Is your home not selling, or if you're an agent, is your listing not selling? Listen up. I'm going to tell you what you can do. You only have like 3 choices. Number 1 is the obvious one. You can lower the price until the threshold of buyers decides to come out and thinks it's a good deal. What that number is, we don't know, because we're going off historical data as real estate agents. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what it will sell for. We just have an idea of a range based on the past. But in an ever-changing market and in a declining market, which a lot of appraisers are putting on reports, you don't know. You're kind of chasing it down. You don't know what it's going to sell for. You can only guess. However, we know what it's worth, but if a buyer isn't out there to pay that, then you'll just sit on the market. So you can significantly lower the price until you meet a threshold where a whole bunch of buyers actually do see it as a good deal. So there's investors still out there buying, there's cash buyers, but there's very few. And so you've got to look differently than the rest. You've got to stand out. Okay, so that's your choice. You can come down on the price, or number 2, you can stay put and wait. Okay, a lot of people are seeing expired listings right now, and the seller's like, well, I don't care. I'm not going to lower it, but I don't really care. Well, if you don't really care, then leave it on the market, because it only takes one showing and one buyer to buy the house, to make the right offer and buy it. So what's the big deal of leaving it on the market and waiting? Now, I've heard the objection that sellers are like, well, I'm really tired of keeping it clean for showings. I mean, what kind of pigs are we? No, seriously. I understand. I have kids, I have pets, I have 4 pets. So yes, keeping it clean for showings, for just in case someone might show it. Well, you know what? If you're gonna hold out for the higher money, that's just the risk that you have to take. That's the involvement, right? So, I mean, lower the price then. If you're tired of cleaning it and you're obviously you're not motivated. So that's an unmotivated seller. If you just don't need to sell, then maybe you shouldn't have listed it in the first place, hoping and wishing and praying. So then the third thing is, listen, your agent can use marketing tactics. So like, we're all, Glenda Baker was just talking about this. We're all like, oh, what can my agent do to sell my home? Because it's just sitting there. We're not getting showings. We're not getting offers. No one's coming to open house. Okay, did you look at your copyright? What does the marketing say? Are you putting price to sell, as is, a good deal, motivated seller? You can use those terms with permission from the seller. If they're really that motivated and they really want to sell, let's figure out the copyright. Do you have a hook? Does your description really accurately describe and want people to come look at it? Does it include a bunch of flowery GPT crap? Take that out. Put in the real meats and bones. People want to know if it has new windows, new gutters, new siding, new paint, new appliances, new HVAC, new water heater. If any of those things are updated, you probably want to talk about that, and what type of flooring and upgrades the house has, because you need to set yourself apart from all the other 100 listings out there. Go look at your competition. Go look at those other listings. Look at their pricing. Look at what they're saying and see, how can I sound better than those guys? If your home listing has a larger lot, then say it up front. If it has the largest lot in the community, say it up front. If you're not an expert about the subdivision where you have a home listed, you have a problem. So pictures, stop doing the pictures in the order of the freaking photographer that gave them to you. The first picture is your money shot. The second picture is the kitchen. The third picture is the master bath. The fourth picture is the living room. The fifth picture should be like the expansive backyard or the other money shot, like a pool or something. The view, the ocean, the lake, I don't know. But you guys, stop screwing it up. Stop showing 5 pictures of the front of the house. So here are those things like copyright. You can sit on the market, or you can lower the price, or all 3. Figure it out, but don't just sit there. And every single week, your agent should be updating you. Every single week on Tuesday, I do it, and I tell them there's nothing to say. Or I tell them we had one showing and this is what happened. And I give them feedback on what's been selling, what's still on the market, what is their new competition. You should have to do this every week as a listing agent. Get it or get out. I have free resources in the link in my bio to help you do this. MLS description writing, time blocking to do the Tuesday updates to your sellers. I mean, there's so many things in my bio.